The late 1960s in California were marked by fear and uncertainty as the Zodiac Killer terrorized the Bay Area. His reign of terror left a trail of unsolved murders and cryptic messages that continue to baffle investigators to this day. The Zodiac Killer operated during the late 1960s and early 1970s, primarily targeting young couples parked in secluded lovers' lanes. His victims numbered at least 5, with 2 survivors who provided crucial eyewitness descriptions of the killer. The Zodiac's methodical approach and taunting letters to the media only added to the fear gripping the region. The survivors were all males, while the females' victims were more severely targeted, and obviously none of them survived. This seems to suggest initially a deep hatred for couples, but a particular hate for women. In December 20th, 1968, high school students David Arthur Faraday and Betty Lou Jensen were shot and killed on Lake Herman Road in Benicia, California. The couple, on their first date, never made it to a Christmas concert they had planned to attend. The terror continued on July 4th, 1969, when Darlene Ferrin and Michael Mageau were shot in the parking lot of Blue Rock Springs Park in Vallejo. Ferrin tragically lost her life, but Mageau survived, providing a description of the killer, a crucial piece of the puzzle. Fast forward to September 27, 1969, at Lake Berryessa. College students Brian Hartnell and Cecilia Shepard were enjoying a picnic when the Zodiac struck again. This time, a hooded figure attacked them, leaving both severely wounded. Shepard tragically succumbed to her injuries 2 days later. On October 11, 1969, the Zodiac Killer targeted taxi driver Paul Stein in San Francisco. The driver drove few meters from their intended destination, maybe under the Zodiac request itself, and then he got shot on the back of the head by the killer, while the latter was sitting on the back of the car. This was the last officially confirmed murder by the Zodiac. The killer stole Stein's wallet, car keys, and even a section of his blood-stained shirt, leaving a perplexing trail of evidence. Some witnesses saw the murder from the window, but due to the dark of the night, they mistook the Zodiac for a black man. This would be highly detrimental because later that night, a police officer actually encountered a man in that area that was, quoting, "lumbering alone in the fog." That man was later determined to have been very likely the Zodiac Killer. But who was the Zodiac Killer? Despite numerous suspects and investigations, his identity remains a mystery. One of the most haunting aspects of the case is the cryptic ciphers sent by the killer, some of which have never been decoded. The Zodiac's letters to newspapers contained cryptograms or coded messages, taunting law enforcement and daring them to catch him. To this day, some of these codes remain unsolved, fueling speculation and intrigue. At 2 a.m. on October 22, 1969, an individual purporting to be the Zodiac contacted the Oakland Police Department, OPD, insisting that either F. Lee Bailey or Melvin Belly, 2 prominent lawyers, appear on the morning talk show AM San Francisco. The show, hosted by Jim Dunbar, aired on KGO-TV. As Bailey was unavailable, Belly agreed to participate. Dunbar urged viewers to keep the phone lines open, and the alleged Zodiac called multiple times. Belly requested a less foreboding alias from the caller, who chose the name Sam. The caller expressed reluctance to disclose his true identity due to fear of facing the gas chamber, California's method of capital punishment at the time.
Talk to us. Just tell us what's going on inside you right now, Sam, please.
I have headache.
Right.
How long have you had those headaches, Sam? In a long time?
Since I killed a kid.
Well, was it before December that you had the headaches?
Yes.
Were you in service that you might have had an injury in service? Did you ever fall out of a tree or downstairs? Were you ever unconscious?
I don't know.
You don't remember. Does aspirin do you any good?
No.
Doesn't do any good.
Sam,
That stuff never did me any good either when I had headaches.
Sam, let me ask you a question. Did you attempt to call this program one other time when Mr. Belli was with us? And you
What?
Did you try to call us one other time about two or 3 weeks ago when Mel Belli was with us?
Yes.
And we
couldn't get through?
Couldn't get through. The phones were tied up. Was that it?
Yes.
Sam, let me ask you this. there's some reason why you go to a particular doctor or a particular priest, and some reason why apparently you wanted to talk to me or Lee. Is it that you feel that we have compassion for people who get in trouble? Or is it you feel that we can do something for you? Or is it you feel that we have enough integrity that if we promise you something, that we're going to stick to it?
Well, let's find out why he wanted to talk to... Why did you want to talk to Mr. Belli, Sam?
I don't want to be hurt.
Belli arranged a rendezvous to meet the caller outside a shop on Mission Street in Daly City, but no one arrived. The call was later traced back to a mental patient named Eric Weil, who investigators concluded was not the Zodiac. To this day, some of these codes remain unsolved, fueling speculation and intrigue. Several suspects have been considered over the years, including Arthur Lee Allen, a convicted child molester who was the focus of intense police scrutiny. However, conclusive evidence linking any suspect to the Zodiac killings has remained elusive. The case of the Zodiac Killer has inspired countless theories, books, and films, including David Fincher's chilling portrayal in the 2007 movie Zodiac. Despite the passage of time, public fascination with the case persists, with amateur sleuths and armchair detectives continuing to search for answers. And as long as his identity remains unknown, the mystery of the Zodiac will continue to captivate and terrify us. Thank you for joining me on this journey into the depths of one of America's most infamous unsolved mysteries. Until next time, stay alive.